Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for the opportunity to support the motion item 13 on today's order paper. Mr. Speaker, let me start from where the Minority Chief Whip ended. The Speaker, at the Committee of the Whole, we unanimously agreed that a committee, an ad hoc committee, must be constituted to probe the issues of IT at the National Health Insurance Scheme. And this is very important, and Mr. Speaker, I pray that this ad hoc committee will not be business as usual. We constitute committees in this House and they never see the light of day. I pray, given the sensitive nature of this particular issue, when the committee is constituted, and Mr. Speaker, at the Committee of the Whole, names were presented to that effect, and that when the committee is constituted, we will all do our work as expected. Mr. Speaker, we have deliberated on this formula at length at the Committee of the Whole, and I would want to raise only one observation, Mr. Speaker, and the observation I'm raising has to do with item 18 on the formula, which carries the caption Emergency Medical Supply Services. Mr. Speaker, there is an agreement between the Ministry of Health and Zipline. And Mr. Speaker, Zipline is a company carrying out this emergency medical supply services. Mr. Speaker, I have absolutely nothing against anything that has to do with emergency medical supply services. But Mr. Speaker, I have everything against the provisions in the agreement. Mr. Speaker, there are provisions that stipulate that whether we fly a drone or not, Ghana must pay. That's a take or pay clause. And this is a take or pay clause. Mr. Speaker, the same company, Zipline, has an agreement with Nigeria, they have an agreement with Rwanda, they have an agreement with Tanzania, and in these agreements, there is no take or pay clauses in those agreements. Mr. Speaker, this is inimical to the interest of Ghana. And with immediate effect, Mr. Speaker, if we are going to commit the state resources, we must amend these provisions in the agreement with immediate effect. Mr. Speaker, not only must we amend those provisions, I think that there is a need for us to start probing into the activities of Zipline. Mr. Speaker, why do I say so? Mr. Speaker, if you could recall, when the issue of Zipline came on the floor of the House, somewhere 3rd December 2018, the impression that was created to Ghanaians was that the state was not going to bear the financial burden. It was clear. And Mr. Speaker, let me take you to the hazard. And hazards don't lie. Hazards, they don't lie. Mr. Speaker, I hold in my hand the hazards for 3rd December 2018. Mr. Speaker, if you check volume 3310, when the chairman of the health committee then was submitting his report based on Zipline, Mr. Speaker, the chairman had this to say. Mr. Speaker, I have a copy. Mr. Speaker, and I'm ready to tender it. I have a copy of the agreement between the Ministry of Health Ghana and Fly Zipline Ghana Limited. A service agreement is here, and I'm ready to tender. And Mr. Speaker, the particular reference I am making, and with your permission, I quote, provision clause 6.3. Mr. Speaker, the 6.3 reads, the service fee is a fixed monthly amount, not a per delivery fee. In exchange for the service fee, health facilities receive unlimited access up to the available capacity limitation to delivery of any medical product within the delivery time commitment set forth above. Mr. Speaker, listen to this statement carefully, and I quote, accordingly, the monthly service fee shall be paid to Zipline irrespective of whether the Ministry of Health fully utilizes the available capacity in any given month. This is what I'm talking about. Mr. Speaker, so clearly, this is a take of pay provision. And Mr. Speaker, when we were talking about this on the floor of the House, as I've already quoted, Hansa, volume 3310, paragraph 5. And Mr. Speaker, this is what the chairman then of the committee had to say. Mr. Speaker, with the permission, I quote, it was gratifying to note that corporate entities like Ghana National Petroleum Corporation, MTN, Tullow Oil have agreed to partner the Ministry of Health to cater for the ministry's financial responsibility in the execution of the project. Mr. Speaker, this is what the chairman said then, and listen to what the minister said, Mr. Speaker.
It's a very intelligent analysis.
Mr. Speaker, during the deliberation on the floor of the House, the same Hansa, volume 3321, on the Zipline agreement, volume 331, paragraph 5, listen to what the minister said, and the minister was Honorable Ajiman Manu. Mr. Speaker, listen. Mr. Speaker, I would want to stress again that the Honorable Minister for Finance did not put his signature on because this is not going to be done from the consolidated account. The public purse is not going to come in here. Mr. Speaker, listen to the paragraph 7. Listen again. Why should the Minister for Finance come in when we have stated explicitly that this would not be paid for by the state? Clearly. Mr. Speaker, again, the Minister for Health continued. Mr. Speaker, corporate bodies would fund this project, and they would need parliamentary approval to give them the confidence that the public is aware and the Parliament has approved of it before they will commit funds to us. Mr. Speaker, again, the minister said those that we have approached have given us indication that they would want to support us fly these drones to some health service delivery areas and would want parliamentary approval before they commit their funds to it. Mr. Speaker, clearly, as far as this House is concerned, the state is not supposed to carry this burden. And as I speak to you now, the Speaker, as a state, we are footing this bill. Not only are we footing the bill, an amount of not less than 70 million Ghana cedis has been allocated. Mr. Speaker, quite apart from that, what even hurts me most is the provisions in that agreement. Whether you fly a drone or not, we are paying. Mr. Speaker, we don't even know the kind of things they are flying. Sometimes they even fly paracetamol syrup just to do more deliveries. And so we must be concerned, Mr. Speaker. We must be concerned. And there must be a committee to probe into this matter.